drama to comedy?
Well, it was a big step for the audience to accept me doing a situation comedy as opposed to, I did Man from Atlantis, who was like, whoop. And then I did Bobby, who was like, oh. And then, when they asked me when it was suggested I do a half hour, which it was suggested when I left the show the first time, during that 1 year I was off. It was suggested that I do a half hour, and the producers that ended up being the producers of Step by Step, when they were approached about me, they said, yeah, but he's not funny. And I don't blame them, they've never seen anything like that. But then I went back on Dallas, and when Dallas was canceled, went back to those same producers, and they sent them, I guess you have them here too, the outtakes, the goof reel, the bloopers, the parts that you don't use because everybody's goofing around. And the Dallas producers sent them the goof reel that was just ours to the production company. They went, oh, he could be funny, so they wrote Step by Step. And I walked in, it's very interesting, I walked into the production office of Miller Boyette, who did a lot of half-hour shows, and I was introduced to Suzanne Summers. And we looked at each other, and in my mind I said, oh, you're my new Mary Hackman. And it was true, she and I became dear friends, the best of friends, literally, again, unfortunately, until the day she died. Yeah, my dear friends. So I've been very fortunate over the course, and actually I did that show, Man from Atlantis, and the woman who was the co-star on that show, Belinda Montgomery, is still a dear friend of mine. So I worked from Atlantis through the end of Step by Step, was 24 years, and I was only out of work for 3 weeks. I had 1 week between Atlantis and Dallas, and 2 weeks between Dallas and Step by Step. So I got to work with my best friend for 24 years.
You had your own kids when you were shooting Step by Step. They were like 11 or 17 or something like that when you started.
Yeah.
Did that help you with handling the kids and doing the comedy with them?
Well, there's no help when it comes to children. No, you're on your own when it comes to children. And you're playing against a stacked deck, because they're smarter and they move faster, and you're just a victim of your children, basically. Which was the premise of Step by Step. The children ruled in terms of the subject matter of the show, and so as parents, Suzanne and I had to deal with the children, but all we wanted to do was go upstairs and go to bed. That was the entire plot of Step by Step. Kids get in trouble, Frank and Carol want to go to bed. And even when Frank and Carol are in bed, they can't go to bed because the children come in all the time. So it was like, the dilemma of the family. But yes, both of my boys basically grew up, as I was doing television. So they didn't help in terms of specific subject matter, but I've been very lucky to have a beautiful family. I was married for 46 years, 2 children, and now have 4 grandchildren. Both my boys are happily married, productive, honorable, courageous young men, and very wonderful women, and I have great grandchildren. So in that sense, I feel like I have a handle on parenting, which is basically shut up and get out of the way. But every once in a while, I gotta say, never raised a hand to my children, but I've mastered the art of getting large. And I think it only works with boys, to be quite honest, because I never had girls until I had granddaughters. But with my boys, whenever they would just get so out of hand, I had this ability to just get large. And no matter how much bigger they got, I just kept getting large. And now I'm getting smaller. But they've developed their own personalities, so I don't have to get large anymore. But and that's all Frank could do, on Step by Step, is he could somehow try and be a guy. And every once in a while it worked.
Well, you start, sorry. harder to direct the kids or the adults?
Well, I was sort of, at first I started directing Dallas. I directed about 40 of those. Then when I did Step by Step, I was the alternating director, so I did direct about every other or every third one. And when you're doing a half hour with a lot of young people, it was great fun because I was like a camp counselor, you know, the entertainment director on the Love Boat, those kind of things. We just had fun, and then while you're having fun, you can kind of move people a certain way while they're laughing. You know, you go, it's a great time. I just tried that over there. And then they go, okay, and you've done your directing for the day, and you did a good show. It is a community. It takes a village. Even as a director, it takes a village. And the lovely thing was, we were such a happy family on Step by Step that the kids all looked at me like I was a camp counselor, and we just had fun. And they loved being stupid, you know, which is great fun. And none of them were embarrassed about anything that they had to do, no matter how silly it was, which made it a complete joy to work with them. They are still my children. I still get Father's Day cards from them. I wrote letters of recommendation to get them into college. These are the kind of stuff. I have 2 of my own children, and I have 6 of somebody else's.
Well, that was